Hey guys, this is Bruce from Printavo with Steve, and we're with Brooke Siaston.
Hi guys.
Out in California. We're at the Bell and Canvas office and manufacturing facility here. What city is this?
Commerce in Montebello.
There we go. All right, she's gonna take us around and we'll check it out.
Perfect. I do want to start with manufacturing just because I don't know when they're gonna head to lunch.
Yeah.
And I want you guys to be able to shoot it.
How long have you guys been here?
This building?
Yeah.
Quite some time. We just bought a brand new building that we're going to end up in. This was the original headquarters.
Okay.
We've been around for 27 years. The building, not too sure. I would say probably 10. So where I'm taking you right now is going to be our sewing floor. So we pride on being USA made. So this is where sewing gets done. About 85% of production is done here in the US.
Got it.
Sewing is either done in here or over in Central America. So this is QC right here. And then for the sewing floors, every person specializes in something different. So someone's going to be focusing on the neck or the arm sleeve, but you stick to one thing and it's what they specialize in. So just to take you in here so you can kind of see.
Sure. Everybody's wearing the same shirt?
They get them, yeah, they're our product.
So with the quality control, how does that work? Like they're inspecting, make sure pockets are placed right?
Just making sure everything's intact the way it should be. It's sewn correctly, there's no holes or any damages.
Got it.
You look right here, it's all going to be one thing, so like she's the same. It's the main part of the garment, so she would just focus on that one main part and sew it. And they're actually incentivized by how many they do.
Interesting. It's like a commission.
Yeah. We are platinum wrap certified, so all of our facilities, including Central America, are within standards. We're all eco-conscious. All this is actually run by solar panels.
Really?
And we rely on natural lighting, so that way we're not wasting energy in any way.
Very cool. The solar panels are here, or are they off-site?
They're on the roof.
Oh, wow.
I don't know, are you familiar with like our YouTube channel?
Yeah.
There's a video where the drone flies over and you can see all of the
okay. So where's the, like everything sewn? Or I mean, not sewn, but the cotton?
That's going to be in our new headquarters. I'm going to end off there just because it's the furthest.
Sure.
So this is going to be mostly just QC sewing, that aspect of it. And we employ over 1,000 jobs for Americans, making sure that we're giving back to USA made and USA strong.
For sure. That's awesome. The different styles and everything, is that how things are split out too? So maybe hoodies are over here?
It's stationed off by what they're sewing. If it's the neck or the bottom or the seam, kind of depends where they're fitted. As for what goes when, it just depends on when we need more stock of something. So maybe we're out of gray, so we need to push that into production quicker, which is why it would be then made 100% in the US versus something that we have some stock in, part of it's going to be done overseas.
Got it. So things that you need a lot quicker, or maybe it's more advanced, then you keep it here.
So we launch one style every month, so those pieces will always, the first one will be done in the US. That way we could push out something more trendy, retail inspired.
Really? So one style every month is the goal for...
And that's part of our fast fashion collection. We're really pulling runway trends and bringing them wholesale.
Interesting. Okay. So you guys have a team that's always watching what the high-end type brands are coming out with and try to
They
filter.
go to Fashion Week. They do all the things that they need to see what's being in retail and what the wholesale market is missing.
Okay. Interesting.
And it's great because then you're no longer just seeing the same products over and over. You're seeing something new that no one else has.
So we're heavily in the screen printing space. So it's really demand based on what the end customers are asking for. Are you guys trying to educate then the end customer to be saying, hey guys, this is like what an option that you could be asking for, or are you educating your wholesale customers to say
we're
something
educating?
You could sell?
Yeah, we're educating the wholesalers.
Okay.
I mean, most of the times, what people are asking for, we already have out. The crops have been huge for us, and like that was never in the wholesale market. Within the last couple of months, we've brought out 3 styles in crops alone.
Wow.
And there's very few other wholesalers that have those crops, have what's trending right now in an Urban Outfitters or a Top Shop.
Got it. So you're really trying to be up on the wholesale side with what's popular on the retail side.
Yeah, because people, regardless who the end user is, they're going to say, hey, I want that, and send you a link of something that's in retail. But no one in the wholesale market had it.
Right.
So we come out with these styles that people are wanting and trends that are going to be happening in advance. So then by the time it gets to production, it's trending.
Very cool. Do you have any interesting stories of a style that's flopped, like where you thought would be a bigger hit?
No. I mean, I've been with the company a little over a year.
Okay.
I haven't. Actually, most of them get brought full line. So once it's in fast fashion, depending how it does, it gets pulled into full line, and then we add more colors, more sizes.
Got it. So fast fashion's like a beta test.
It's like a test, yeah.
Okay.
Seeing what's working, what's not working. Majority of it works. Since I've started, there hasn't been a style that hasn't gotten pulled through.
Very cool. And so the beta testing, how many do you make on average of those?
So the first one is smaller, and we're going to do like a typical t-shirt. It's a lot smaller. We'll come out with 3 colors rather than 3001, which has over 100 colors. So limited sizing, limited colors, and the inventory smaller. And depending how that first one goes, we pull in more inventory as well.
Got it. Very cool.
Yeah. So just to kind of show you the splitting, because it is still pretty much branded out rather than the new one. So just going to show you like a little of like our culture and how we run here in the office.
Sure. Oh, they big for you.
So this is our Zen garden.
Oh, very cool.
Where we have kind of our creative space where you could work with people who maybe aren't necessarily in your department. So a lot of times when we're out here, I've met people from marketing, people from design, and you get together and then you start working with each other. So it's just kind of like a creative space that our owners believe is great for like the brand and mingling with everyone.
How many people work at Bella and Gillis?
A lot. I don't know the exact number.
And there's a couple brands under the umbrella, right?
There is. We own a retail brand as well, Aloe Yoga. So this has become more of their space now. It used to be our headquarters, but we needed more space, so we moved across the street.
Got it.
So this is kind of going to be everything for the most part. If you look over here, this is our color wall. We have 250 colors within our styles, and that's going from different fabrications and different silhouettes. We really pride on being innovators. We come out with fabrications that no one else has. So this is like our flowy fabrication. It's polyviscose, and our designer created this fabrication.
Wow.
He was actually on the team too that created the first ever 40 single tri-blend.
Really?
Which is why our tri-blend is just so soft, such a soft hand feel. And these are kind of going to be some new colors that we brought out for this year. Polyester and viscose, higher poly than the viscose, but it just allows the fabric to drape nice too. So it's a lot of our fashionable pieces in both men and women.
Gotcha. Super cool.
And fleece is huge for us this year. We are no longer really seeing it as like a winter buy or a fall buy. People are buying it all year round. So we continue to broaden it. For 2020, we'll be bringing in a lot more colors, silhouettes, and we actually have a lot of fleece launching from now to the end of the year.
Very cool. So how did you feel like see that trend that there were a lot more fleece year round, just based on inventory levels?
Based on inventory and based on runways. You know, Kanye West, all those oversized, just the style right now, and it's really taking off where you could wear it with shorts, you could wear it cropped, and then you could wear it in the summer and the spring,
right.
And it no longer becomes a super heavy fleece item.
Got it.
So we have those options that obviously are a little heavier, but we also have lightweight as well.
That's cool. I feel like I definitely see that more out west. Chicago, people take fleece a little more like it's about to be cold, I'm gonna put on my fleece.
Yeah.
And then they're so
really
ready for summer,
here.
but yeah.
Like, I don't know if you like, when we were walking around, all the girls are wearing like biker shorts and fleece. Like it's summer outside, but we're still wearing it.
So the fast fashion, you put out one per month, and then once it hits a certain level, you're like, okay, we can run full production on it.
So we bring out one every month, and then at the end of the year, when we're going to the next year's product line, we decide which we're going to pull full line.
Okay.
And that's when we're adding 3 or 4 colors.
Got it. And that's once a year you look at those.
We look at the reporting. I mean, it stays in stock and we continuously fulfill the inventory. It's just once we bring it full line, and then it's available through some of our wholesale distributors, and there's more access to it.
Got it. I mean, sometimes there's obviously things that are out of stock or things happen on those swings. Do you guys have prediction to help say, hey, maybe, there's going to be more beige that's going to be popular, like we should stock up on that, or how do you...
We do a lot of forecasting. We have an entire team actually that strictly forecasts on colors, and someone who strictly forecasts on silhouettes.
Really? Gotcha. Very interesting. To help, and then they relay that back to manufacturing too.
So it's because of our production predominantly being done here, it's pretty easy for us, I would say, compared to someone who's doing everything over in Asia or China. So because 85% of production is done here, we could do this.
Got it. The flip side is that you just have to price it slightly higher.
Prices are a little higher, but the first run is always USA made. And even if we do have those customers too that are always asking for USA made, but they don't want to pay for it. This is kind of that leeway where you could play with it per se, because the first run almost always is USA made, because we're trying to get that trend out before someone else tries to knock us off.
Got it. Do you feel that just fashion-wise, kind of separate from Bella, that with all the fast fashions growing, I mean, you've got the big retailers that are moving quicker and not as much seasonal items anymore. Like you guys are doing it every 30 days is like quote unquote a season. Is that where you feel like things will continue to go in that direction, where it'll be every 3 weeks or 2 weeks as a new line comes out, or?
Right now we are sticking with one per month. I know on occasion we do launch 2. So if it's like a comparable, like for these 2, they're both super trendy men's styles, so we launch them together.
Got it. And this one's just a little bit longer of a cut.
A curved hem, and then this one has a side slit. So this is something you would see in Topshop or Urban for the men's section. No one has this really in the wholesale market. And we're bringing out colors that are trending in retail as well.
So there's 2 now per month almost. So it is kind of already starting to inch there a little bit.
It depends on the month. Like we did this a couple months ago. And then these are mostly going to be our bread and butter of Bella Canvas. Going from good, better, best being 100% cotton to working into CVCs. And just making sure that there's a color for every customer and every end user.
Now, do you guys stock a lot of that here once it's made, or are they sent to distribution?
I'm going to show you that.
Oh, very cool.
We're going to do like a little snake behind the brand new warehouse. We'll cool. Cutting and all of that.
When did you guys start to lease this one?
Oh, it was the 3rd one that we bought.
Got it. After it's stocked here, then it's shipped off to a distribution, or?
So this is everything from order fulfillment from your mom and pop to our huge distributor partners. It is still owned by the same owners.
Got it.
And it's just
and so they've continued to grow and reinvest.
It started with strictly women's because they saw a need in the market for it. And then it did so well, they started Canvas, the men's and unisex. And then they merged them together, and now we're Bella Canvas.
Ah, so that's how those 2 names are. Interesting.
We really believe in being eco-friendly. We recycle almost everything. I think total maybe per warehouse we have like 1 trash can. It's something we pride in. So everything is done through computer systems, and these machines are magnetic. So when an order comes in, it's magnetic stripped, so it brings them to where the product will be. and then they grab it and bring it down. Pretty much this whole side is more larger orders. They might be pulling full case packs. And then over here is going to be if they're pulling onesies, twosies.
Wow,
but
very
we stock
interesting.
over 50 million units of all of our inventory. If you just like take a look all the way down, that is still going. We do ship out all main carriers, so it's kind of organized by that. It may look a little crazy, but the center ones are going to be when pallets are going out, and then these are the smaller FedEx, USPS.
So how does it work? So an order comes in, then what? It shows up. Is there like a tablet somewhere? They walk around.
They have like little screens, and it kind of depends though, because if they're using one of those, it's all computerized and all magnetized.
Got it.
As they're going up and down, so they know where the product is in each style. Because when our shipments come in, they're massive. They're on truckloads, so we have to find a spot for them. So there might be a 3001 black right here, but then there might be like more down there.
Got it.
So that way too, not everyone's always in the same area. It's spread throughout, and that way we're not wasting paper as well.
Incredible. And so it's all stored. And then so then the person picks them out of the boxes as far as what's needed? Got it.
Unless they're buying case packs, then they just grab the boxes because they're
Sure.
organized by a certain amount.
You can't fully understand looking at this video, but the facility is just like, I couldn't run, it would take me 15 minutes to run all of it down there.
It would take me longer.
That would be a full sprint. So is there a methodology to how they're stored?
By size and style.
Okay.
So like these are all going to be the same, different style, different sizing, I'm sorry. But that way, typically if someone's ordering a small, they're most likely ordering a medium and a large as well. So it's sectioned off so that they could pull accordingly. This is kind of going to be for those orders that are not as large. When someone's buying larger quantities, we're not pulling from something like this where they're going to need to grab all of that. So they might grab a box.
Got it.
Which is already kind of typically in like 30 of each, rather than have to grab all of that from one area. House, it is for 50,000 square feet. It started pretty empty, and now we've had to fill up some more stock. And we are currently housing our fabric in here until it comes time where that will be put into production. But it's just kind of where we stock everything on this side at least. I'm gonna take you over by the cutting floors too.
Sure. So this is mainly to store a lot of the fabric and cut?
Currently like that, but it's more because we just have a need for a lot of units.
Okay.
And we don't always have them. So we dye and cut everything in Los Angeles. Our dyeing is done not on our campus. So once it's dyed and we have fabric, it's stored here until we put it onto our cutting floors.
Got it.
Once it gets put into production, you'll see over there how much fabric is laid out for us when we cut it. So you can't just have like one roll here and there, because we have 160 layers of our fabric when it's laid out.
So how are things picked up here? Just forklifts to move it off to the cutting table?
Yeah. This guy right here is on an automated machine technology, very high cost. We're actually the only manufacturer that has it, and it's to lay out all fabric. I mean, look at it right here. This is probably half of what will be there. We do 160 layers.
So this table, his job is to lay out fabric.
Well, then they cut it. So once they're finished layering it, he rides it and makes sure it's smooth, it's laying correctly. And then once all of the layers are done, he goes ahead and puts a film on it, this marker paper, and our systems print out markers of all of the styles and different sizes, so that way we're not wasting as much fabric as we have to. So by having some small, some medium, some larges on this entire platform, you're able to have less leftover fabrications, and then we're recycling it. So after the marker is placed, we have a 10-inch laser blade that cuts where the markings are, and it's sealed with saran wrap so that nothing's moving while they're cutting. After they put that brown paper on it, they vacuum seal it so nothing moves as they're laser cutting it. Once it's all cut, they grab it and they put it into a box like this, and then as we walk down, you'll see them all moving throughout the flooring, and then it gets saran wrapped to be shipped out, whether it's being sewn across the street or over in Central America. We saran wrap it all.
Got it.
And then no, it's more to make sure nothing's getting into our products. I mean, we have heirloom comb and ring spun cotton, making sure that all impurities are not in our shirts, and all those scraps get put in bins. We have truckloads every day, daily come pick up, and they get repurposed into like bibs, socks, dog beds.
Oh, very cool.
And we used to have 25 cutting tables. They were a third shorter, but our product has just been in demand, so we now have 56, and they're longer by a third. So making sure that we continuously keep up on inventory and having things in stock.
Holy cow.
We'll never make like a table with different colors or anything like that. We're just making sure that we're using the full table, making sure production is continuously going where it makes sense for the business, and just making sure stock is not ever going to be a problem.
Makes sense. How and then it rotates and spins it again at this side.
Everything we do here in LA, because we cut here, we sew here, we dye here, but often our dyeing houses.
So it seems all laser cut too, versus like a saw or...
Yeah, I don't know how recent you've been on like our YouTube channel, but we actually just launched a video that compares actually our lasering, because we're the only manufacturer that does this, and it compares it to the other method. It's just so mind-blowing to see how much faster we're doing it, how much more efficient it is. Because if you're doing it by hand, like most of our competitors, things are going to move, things are going to shift, which is why you can get a t-shirt and it's not going to be consistent.
Yeah.
Not all of them are going to be the exact same size. Like the arm sizes might be off,
Right.
or something along those lines.
Well, that was incredible. Thank you, Bell & Canvas, for opening up your doors to us. Just such an incredible facility. It's really cool to see the environmental side as well to that. I know manufacturing can definitely be a tough environment, but they're working really hard there as well to change the ways of that. They just got some really cool stuff. If you guys are definitely in the area, make sure to stop by. It's a quick drive from LAX. All right, we're on to our next stop.